Hi everybody, this is Kristen Clark with Iowa Food and Family Project and Earl May Garden Centers with our Let's Grow gardening campaign. Now, I've got a great garden growing outside, but I want to entice you with all of your fresh garden produce that you might have in your garden or the garden you're thinking about growing next year, to bring it inside, enjoy the fruits of your labor, or the vegetables in this case, and have a great complement to the center of the plate proteins like that thick, juicy Iowa pork chop or that big ribeye steak that grows on Iowa farms all around you here in our great state. So, welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started on making wilted lettuce salad, which is actually a pretty popular salad. I didn't know this until I started growing a bunch of garden greens of my own. So I've got garden greens, about 10 cups, got them chopped up and washed. After you cut those greens, make sure you wash them, because when you cut them, a bitter liquid releases, so you get to celebrate the flavor of the greens without all the bitterness if you actually throw an extra wash in them. Next thing we've got are some just spring onions or green onions, also called scallions in some recipes. We're just going to give about 5 of those, maybe 6 of those, a good rough chop. This gives a great flavor to the dressing. So to that combination, all right, we've got awesome greens, we've got our green onions. We're going to add some peas, and I'm going to give those just a rough chop. I just love the freshness that peas give a dish. Always tasty, always flavorful. Nice rough chop there on the peas. Okay, these are going to go, I like to put them aside all together. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and get this salad ready. First, let's start with the dressing. All right, we've got the bacon drippings from about 8 to 10 strips of bacon, regular slice, no big deal. All right, it ends up being about 1/3 of a cup. What I like to do is actually add the bacon in with the dressing in this recipe before I add the vinegar. This is going to be the tang, very subtle but delicious. Always have to have some vinegar. This is 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. Is going to go into equal parts of fat, which is the bacon grease in this case, and vinegar or acid. And then we've got sugar, or any sugar substitute if you'd like. I'm going to have about 2 tablespoons or about 1.5 tablespoons. You can taste as you go along, no big deal. Now I will tell you, these bacon drippings are warmed. Okay, you want your dressing to be nice and warm because it has to wilt the greens. That's why it's called wilted lettuce. Wilted lettuce salad. All right, delicious. Here we go. We are actually going to move on to plating. Now, if you want, you can toss all this together right now. But what I'm going to do is make it on the plate, plate it up right in front of our eyes here. Okay, so let's take a nice handful of greens. We're gonna throw a handful of the green onion and the peas on top. Hard-boiled eggs, because they are amazing, and Iowa happens to be the leading egg-producing state, which is awesome. There's 4 in this recipe, but if I were you, I'd make a few extra. The kids always like to snack on those too. And also, we cannot forget the bacon in this recipe. Pork is big here. And I know that because we raise pigs. But we are also the #1 pork producing state, which is awesome. So let's not forget, back to our recipe. Got that dressing is nice, and it's nice and warm and fragrant. I like to add a little salt and pepper. Kind of seasoning every layer here. Got the pepper, got a little sprinkle of salt. Add a little bit of that to the dressing as well. And we are going to drizzle this amazing dressing and the bacon all over the salad. You are going to be the most popular person when you serve this at whatever function. This can be a center of the plate meal. It can be a complement to that juicy hamburger, that turkey breast tenderloin that you're eating on the grill this summer. One of my favorite salads ever to eat. I hope you enjoy the garden bounty with your family every year you decide to plant a garden, because I did it, and if I did it, you can do it too.